simple. I see what's in people. I see the good and I see the bullshit too.
Okay.
I got a phrase that goes, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. I mean, it takes too much energy to not trust someone. I mean, it takes too much energy. You always gotta stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever.
Right.
But trust them to be them.
Right. To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Right. Trust the lion to lie. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. Too. But know them when you see them.
Hey girl, hey. So listen, this is a quick dream and a quick breakdown the Holy Spirit led me to share with y'all. And in the dream, I don't remember, if something was happening before what Holy Spirit highlighted to me, but my husband and I were getting in my car. He was driving and I was in the passenger seat, which is prophetic in itself because my car represents my life and my destiny, and us being in the seats we were in shows us in our proper places. He is my husband, my head, my covering, my protection, my lead. Even in my life and my destiny, he is my lead because when we're in alignment, God is not about to put me in position that will go against my covenant of marriage, nor will he give me a spouse that is not aligned with the position of purpose that he has for me. So we're getting in the car and there's a dirty homeless man beside my door as I'm walking up. Like, he's got on a red zip-up hoodie, dirty. Khaki pants, dirty. He's got like this big black bucket hat on that's dirty, on top of a head full of dreads that's dirty, and a beard that hasn't been shaved in like forever. It's got lint and stuff in it. And he's walking with his head kind of down. Like, he doesn't want me to like fully look him in the face. And I'm not afraid of him, which I say because my spirit man knows who he is and is not afraid. And that'll make sense in a minute. So I'm not afraid and I have no desire to help him, which is not like me because I'm the person who will pray for God to send somebody for me to bless. But in the dream, I'm totally ignoring him and I'm annoyed that he's standing by my car, like trying to be in my way, basically, to make me pay attention to him and not my mission of the moment, which is getting in the car. Now, I don't know when he moved, but the next thing I remember is I'm sitting in the car and he's standing in front of the car, but like kind of off to the side, still on like my side of the car, and I'm still annoyed. And I look at my husband and I'm low-key pointing towards this dude and I'm like, do you see this? Like, he really trying to play me? Like, he really gonna act like I don't know who he is? And then I woke up. So what God gave me from this dream is that the homeless man was a demon or a demonic representation of some ill intent. And had I interacted kindly with him or given him some money or something, I would have been entering into a covenant with whatever demonic situation he represented. And the scripture / Bible story that God gave me was in Joshua 9, where Joshua made a covenant of peace with this group of Gibeonites that he met along the road. Now, the importance of this is, one, God had told Moses to take all the land and destroy the people of, I think, of 7 different nations. And the Gibeonites were one of those people. So when they heard that Joshua had destroyed Jericho and Ai, they pretended to be from some far off land, basically trying to seek asylum. So they put on old raggedy clothes and brought like moldy bread and torn wineskins and stuff to make Joshua think they were from further away than they really were. And since Joshua didn't consult God on what he was supposed to do, he wound up entering into a covenant with a people God had previously ordered to be destroyed. And now he finds himself bound to this covenant because the same way God honors his word, he makes us honor our word. So the second reason this is important is because had I fallen for the trick of the dude in my dream, I would have been like Joshua and given the enemy what he wanted, which was me in covenant with something that I probably already broke off my bloodline. But my spirit man was strong enough and wise enough to discern this ain't no homeless man, right? This dude fugazi in a mug trying to get me caught up in some mess. God says that in this season that you are entering into, don't get caught up. Don't go out here without your discernment on 10 all the time. Don't go out here trying to be loyal to people and their feelings and the fear of being called rude or fake or not a real Christian. Kim, that's a homeless man. You're supposed to help him. You're a Christian. What would Jesus do? Jesus would have enough discernment to know everybody ain't what they seem. Everybody ain't what they want you to think they are. And everybody ain't down for you like you think or like you have been for them. Just because you want that to be the truth. If you know that they fraudulent, if you know that they've been moving funny, if you know they've been talking crazy about you behind your back, disrespecting your faith in your face, and showing you exactly who they are and what they feel about you, you bet not let them people back in your life. God is taking you to levels and heights and places and spaces that everybody cannot go. And those people that he so lovingly and graciously moved out of your life so they wouldn't hinder your progress and put your destiny in danger are going to try and come back and sweet talk their way right back into relationship with you. And if you are more loyal to what people think about how you won't let people back in your life who walked away or did you wrong, you will lose your blessing. You can absolutely be kind and loving and forgiving and not give access to your life to people who don't by any means deserve it. And if you're not sure if they're coming back in sincerity and authenticity, ask God in your heart only. And I say this a lot. When you want an answer from God without fear that the enemy is sending you a counterfeit, ask God in your heart, in your thoughts and your internal prayers only. Don't write it down. Don't text a friend. Don't share it with nobody. Ask God to give you a sign that only you would recognize as being from him to let you know if this person was sent by him. If they weren't, pray for them, wish them well, and send them on their jolly little way, as my son likes to tell people. You know who these people are and how they've always been. And people whose hearts have not been crucified by the Holy Spirit, which is to say, they came to the end of themselves and realized that what they thought they were and what they thought they wanted wasn't it. And they let God do a work in them the same way you and I did. Those people who have not gone through the refiner's fire like we have will always be who and what they have always been. Don't let people tell you that folk can change, because folk cannot change. God changes us, and the Holy Spirit convicts us. And the change they see in us is the God that now lives in and is shining through us. And if you don't see that in those people, they are still who they've always been. And while we are forgiving and while we're not holding grudges, the only way to keep from being disappointed, or in this case, being destroyed, is to remember exactly who they are. Remember why God moved them out of your life in the first place, and don't let them squeeze their way back in. Because DMX said it in the clip. Trust them to be them, but know them when you see them. Until next time, y'all stay blessed.